Good evening, and welcome to the 11th annual Tort Production, Back to the Future Interview. Since law students are stressed out enough, don't make it worse by letting your cell phone ring during the performance. Turn it off now. And before we start the show, please give a warm welcome to this year's producers, Paula Pulaski and Sarvesh Desai.
Hi, everyone. Before we start the show, we just want to do a couple quick, very important thank yous. The show would not be possible if it weren't for our sponsors and all of the donors that helped contribute to this production, especially Leonard Street and Dinard, who is our diamond sponsor again this year. We just really, really appreciate you helping make this show happen. The Pantages staff and crew who have been dealing with us all week, thank you so much for your patience, especially Steve Olson. It's been a huge pleasure working with you guys, and we hope you all enjoy the show.
I also want to thank the VIPs who have taken their time off to participate in this show. One announcement, unfortunately, Walter Mondale will not be able to participate tonight. He has some personal issues, but we still have many other VIPs, so don't get too sad. We also want to thank the cast and crew who have completely exceeded my expectations. We've gone through broken vertebrae, sprained ankles, frostbite. They're still here, still trekking, which is awesome. So let's give them a big round of applause all night. And also the executive board includes us. And finally, all of you guys, family and friends, for putting up with us. I know we've been completely unavailable for at least the last week, if not a lot longer. So thank you all. And enjoy the show.
Law student learns on day one. You want to advocate for liberty of contract? Cite the past. You want to fight against the constitutional right to privacy? Cite the past. But what if time were flexible? What if we could actually go back and figure out what the framers meant? Albert Einstein has shown through the theory of relativity that time travel is theoretically possible. If an object moves fast enough through space, it can alter its passage through time relative to everything else. Okay, I know, as lawyers and law students, we all have a basic understanding of quantum mechanics, so I won't bore you. But let me just ask you this one question. What if we could double back on ourselves, changing and adapting as we travel through time to correct our mistakes? What if we could turn back time? If we can turn back time, if we could find a way, we go back and investigate precedent that we hate. I don't know why the law says we can't own guns. I don't know why there's an electoral college. If we could find a way to talk to the founders, we can learn their intent and end the debate. We didn't really mean to change things. We didn't know that we'd cause harm. We know we shouldn't have tried, but maybe if we could turn back time, if we could find a way, we'd go back and investigate precedent that we hate. If we could know the past and see what Congress meant, then we could learn it, cite it, and then we'd win the case. If we could turn back time, let's start our story in 2013. A crazy professor with an elevator time machine. Two young law law students work at Mondale Hall. They almost lost everything and got stuck in the 80s. We didn't really mean to change things. We didn't know that we'd cause harm. We know we shouldn't have tried, but maybe if we could turn back time, if we could find a way, we'd go back and investigate precedent that we hate. If we could know the past and see what Congress meant, then we could learn it, cite it, and then we'd win the case. If we can turn back time. I have a crazy story for you tonight. It's gonna sound unbelievable, but it happened to a friend of me just 1 month ago, right here in Mondale Hall. An experiment in time travel in a profession dedicated to building upon the past. It all began with a simple desire to research legislative history, to find out what lawmakers meant when they passed the laws that leave us befuddled today. Our intent was to leave time untouched, but what if that's not so easy to do? What if that solid, immovable foundation of the law isn't quite as sturdy as we've been led to believe?
Yeah, McFly. McFly?
Oh.
Hurry up, McFly.
Oh, I'm here, Biff. I'm here. I'm right behind you.
I'm seriously wondering why I ever agreed to start a law firm with you in the first place. I mean, just look at these amazing students we've been interviewing all day. Why, they've got brains and practical experience. They're professional and, oh my God, the girls are so easy on the eyes. I mean, if I'd have been in law school with them, I never would have ended up in this position with dead weight like you as my partner.
Oh, I know, Biff. But I'll try to do better. I will do better. I promise.
Yeah, I really don't think that your best is good enough, McFly.
Oh.
Wait, there she is. Marty! Marty!
Hi, Mr. Tannen, Mr. McFly. It's such a pleasure to see you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too.
Yeah.
Marty.
It's good to see you, Marty.
You know, I've been meaning to thank the two of you for the wonderful experience that I had working at your firm last summer. I cannot wait to get started in the fall after I graduate. Sometimes it seems like that day is never going to come, though. Say, what are you two doing on campus?
Oh, well, we're here for the.
Oh, yeah. You know, the annual cattle call. OCI. Oh, we're looking for someone else, round out our summer class. They are so much more desperate every year. May the odds be ever in your favor. Yeah, well, at least they've got twice the legal mind of, this guy.
Okay, well, we'd better get going.
Yeah. Marty, we got to get going.
Have a good spring semester, Marty.
Shut up, McFly. Nobody cares what you think.
Those guys are so weird.
Hi, Marty.
Oh, hey, Reagan. Nice boots. How are you?
I'm fine, but I'll tell you what, I'm not jealous of you. I can't believe you signed up to be a property SSG again this year. That class is terrible. All those crazy future interest problems, when is that information ever going to be useful?
Well, Reagan, property law might be useful, for instance, if you wanted to, I don't know, buy a car or a house or grant someone an interest in a piece of land.
Yeah, don't see that happening anytime soon. All I've ever used property for was dirty jokes.
No, there are not dirty jokes about property law.
Yeah, there are. Hey, can I help you make the errors of your body?
I don't get it.
Okay, Hey, you. Ooh, damn, boy, look at that. Grant me an easement on that ass.
Reagan!
What?
God. Are there any good ones?
You know that fertile octogenarian I hooked up with yesterday night? He was a bona fide purchaser of my property, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Gross.
What?
God.
God.
At least you spent your time in property law doing something useful. It's amazing your grade wasn't higher.
I know.
God, I get so frustrated waiting for this elevator.
Yeah, this thing sucks. I've never been in a slower one. I mean, didn't they just replace it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Our tuition dollars at work.
Right?
Oh, here goes.
Great Scott! It works! It finally works! Stay off! Stay off! No one can get on this elevator. This is all top secret. Top secret!
Professor Brown, it's pretty clear to everybody that this elevator most definitely does not work.
Marty, Reagan, my most valuable underpaid research assistants. I'm just putting the finishing touches on my project here. Come, I will need your help.
Professor Brown, we're actually studying to be lawyers, so we don't have any practical skills. What's with all the theatrics? It does not appear to be improving the elevator situation.
Quiet. No one can hear about my project.
Your project?
I've built a time machine. No, really. After 35 years as a professor of statutory interpretation, I can't take the ambiguity of researching legislative history any longer. Who knows what these jerks meant when they drafted these laws? Does the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act apply to trade secrets? Or not? Nobody knows.
Professor Brown, have you been to Washington State or Colorado since they legalized?
I never.
What?
Professor, I'm sorry, but you are sounding a little bit crazy.
Crazy, you say? It's crazy it took me this long. Crazy that no one has thought of this before. It all just makes such perfect sense. How could anything go wrong?
Well, Professor, I mean, if you're right, this is certainly an impressive accomplishment. I can't even get the elevator to make it to the 4th floor in less than an hour.
Yeah, heck of a job, Brownie.
I can't talk about this anymore right now. Meet me back here at 1:15 a.m. precisely. After 30 years of work, my elevator...
Your elevator?
Of course. The school gave it to me 30 years ago. Now, I have generously shared my elevator with everyone else for most of that time. But it is my property. My dominion. I exercise control.
Professor, why would the law school give you the elevator? I mean, can they even do that? Doesn't it belong to the state?
It was 1983, a few years after they built the new law school building. The whole thing was done wrong. They even attached all the seats to the desks. Madness. For years, no one could fix this old elevator, until suddenly I said I had a revolutionary new theory of elevator design, but I would only use it if they gave me enough time to perfect it. So the law school gave the elevator to me for 30 years.
But it sounds like the 30 years is almost up. Then what happens?
The Federalist Society happens.
Oh, no.
Oh, no is right. The school gave them a future interest in the elevator. So if after 30 years it's still broken, they're going to get it, and the school agreed it would finally try their non-governmental approach. They'll probably hire an independent contractor or something crazy like that.
Well, why would the Federalist Society even want the elevator? It's just an elevator, and a crappy one at that. Every time I ride between floors, I think it gets stuck because it takes so long.
They just want a chance to show how an originalist approach with less government interference can actually work. Pshaw! Good luck with that one, am I right? Anyway, we have to get this thing working. The 30 years is almost up. They all said I was crazy in my head. 30 years of tinkering and working through the dark. Finally, my project is complete. Can't let my research get suddenly privatized. See how I leave, travel back in time. Don't underestimate the public sector's work. They all said I was crazy in my head, but I'm not as crazy as they make me out to be. Hey, professor, you might be crazy, but you've got tenure, so there's not much we can do. Hey, professor, your plan's amazing. With $1 million funding, we'll travel back in time. Elevator time machine, learn legislative history. We'll ask medicine what it means. Libertarians, why do they exist? Here to threaten my life's work, state spending's got them pissed. Future interest, always looking there. Here to complicate my life far beyond repair. Hey, professor, you might be crazy, but you've got tenure, so there's not much we can do. Hey, professor, your plan's amazing. With $1 million funding, we'll travel back in time. Elevator time machine, learn legislative history. We'll ask medicine what it means. We'll travel back in time. Elevator time machine, learn legislative history. We'll ask medicine, 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 medicine what it means.
What an abomination. I, William Livingston, President of the Federalist Society, must put an end to this madness. I will stand for the integrity of the individual against the tyranny of government, for the private market against public grants for mad professors. But wait, hold on a minute. Having a time machine could be kind of cool. Think of the possibilities. We could finally prove what the founders meant when they wrote the Constitution. Yes, the Federalist Society will be declared right once and for all.
Professor Brown continued to putter with her elevator, putting the finishing touches on a project that has spanned her career and drained her of resources. The law school community had lost respect for Brown long ago. She was seen as too reclusive, not cut out for the faculty cocktail circuit. But little did they know that her soon-to-be signature life achievement would change the world as we knew it forever.
Oh my God, I can't believe you made me late for property law again. I'm the SSG, I have to be there. We've got to stop going to Chipotle, those lines are so long.
Oh, and the beans make me so gassy. Chill out, Miss Type A. It doesn't matter if you're late for a class when you're the SSG. I'm pretty sure my SSGs never showed up to class. It doesn't matter.
Reagan, it was you that didn't show up to class. Your SSGs were there.
Two. You are late.
I'm so sorry, Dean Clary. We got stuck in line at Chipotle, you know, ever since they closed that noodles.
Stuck in line at Chipotle. An unlikely story. A more likely explanation is that you two have been off running another errand for Professor Brown. She is crazy, you know. I find it hard to believe that two respectable law students like the two of you are working with Professor Brown.
But Dean, she is really close to a breakthrough in her research.
She's almost figured out the original meaning of the 11th Amendment.
The 11th. What is? Never mind. All right, now listen, you two. She's dangerous, okay? There's a reason why we only have her teach statutory interpretation. It's the only safe course for her. And if you two keep hanging with her, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, get to class, slackers.
See you after class.
Did you hear him call me a respectful law student? It was weird.
All right, everyone, settle down. We're starting today with a review of yesterday's property class. As you can see, our SSG instructor, Marty, is late, though she is not very fashionable. Nevertheless, we're going to have her lead the discussion. Go ahead, Marty.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Now, as you'll recall from yesterday, the Fifth Amendment provides that private property cannot be taken without just compensation. Now, who can give me the facts of the case Kilo v. City of New London? You there, take it away. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa. Kilo owned it, Derry was born there. They charged her taxes, she paid on time. They need a road, but why in her yard? She and her house will never ever be apart.
New London's fading, it needs development. They won't negotiate, what are they saying? On appeal, she made it up to SCOTUS. The government took her house for a factory, and she's like,
takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, now my house will always be mine, mine. Takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, but my house will always be mine, mine. Now for her house, she would have done whatever. She just can't believe it's public use. And she wants to play it cool, but she lost the case. She'll deed them anything like an easement.
now it's final. She can't stop this. Justice Stevens, don't let them bulldoze her dream home. House is going down, 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 down. And she just won't believe her first home won't be around. Takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, takings, 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 oh, but my house will always be mine, mine. Takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, but my house will always be mine, mine.
Kilo! In 2005, this case came down. If I wanted this private New London, but since I was in the way, I wanted cash out. She had the lawyers crazy, and they were dumbstruck. And so they sued her ass to fill the Starbucks. She made our hearts pound, but Stevens found a public use and no heightened standard. But O'Connor wasn't amused with this holding. Think Stevens went too far? Her dissent was blazing, and now her house is breaking, but she just keeps on saying, takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, thought my house would always be mine, mine. Takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, like takings, 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 oh, thought my house would always be mine, mine. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now it's all gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now it's all gone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now it's all gone. Her house is gone.
That was splendid, Marty. Thank you for that. That was last week's work. Now we're going to move to a more complex subject, future interests. What about you there in the front row? Can you tell me what a future interest is?
An interest you get in the future.
What an astute observation. Can anyone be more specific? How about you?
Can I pass?
No. At this rate, you cannot pass. What about you?
A future interest is a property interest in which someone does not possess or enjoy the property in which they have an interest until sometime in the future. If you have a future interest in a piece of property, there's somebody with the present interest who currently possesses it.
Good. Very, very good. I can't believe it. I think what we need at this moment is one of those ridiculous law school hypotheticals to illustrate. Imagine that I am an ardent Vikings fan. That, of course, is especially ridiculous since I don't even know what game they play. Imagine, nevertheless, that my friend and I buy the sticks in this bundle that represent one seat for every Viking game. He gets the right to possess the seat first. He, thus, has a present interest, a present possessory interest. It's likely to be quite a long stick. I have a future interest in the same seat. That will become possessory only when the Vikings win the Super Bowl. Probably never. That's going to be a very short stick, and it would certainly be a very bad bargain. Now let's have a review of yesterday's reading. Who will volunteer? Oh, who shall I pick?
She left them land in her will. Who gets it, she'll never tell. A future interest as well. Please don't give it away. I know the facts of the case. No test that I couldn't ace.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure I never will.
We've got our hands up.
Hiding, please don't see us.
Pick me ready for class.
Is this just a kind of hazing?
Hey, I just read this.
That gunner's crazy.
I know the answer.
So call me maybe. You're hard to deal with.
I got this, baby. I know the answer.
So call me maybe.
Hey, I just read this.
That gunner's crazy.
I know the answer.
So call me maybe.
Looks like the other kids are acting lazy. I know the answer.
So call me maybe. It might be defeasible, maybe indefeasible. This class is unbearable. Blah, 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 property law. When does this interest best? I'm gonna fail this test.
You all know I'm the best you ever saw. We've got our hands up.
Hiding, please don't see us.
Pick me ready for class.
Is this just a kind of hazing?
Hey, I just read this.
That gunner's crazy.
I know the answer.
So call me maybe. You're hard to deal with.
I've got this, baby. I know the answer.
So call me maybe.
Hey, I just read this.
That gunner's crazy.
I know the answer.
So call me maybe.
Looks like the other kids are acting lazy. I know the answer. Go call me maybe. Before I came to Mondale Hall, I used to have friends. I used to have friends. I used to have some friends. Before I came to Mondale Hall, I used to have friends. I used to have friends. I used to have some friends.
That was grand, absolutely grand. But I think we've had enough property law for today. Has anybody seen any good movies lately? Well, let me tell you about one you absolutely must see. It's called Body Heat.
Professor Younger, I don't think I've seen that one before.
It's from the 80s. It starts out with sex. Very, very steamy sex. And it ends with that marvel of the common law, the rule against perpetuities. What a perfect pairing. Talking of the 80s reminds me that those years were a terrible, terrible time for the law school. We're going to commemorate them this week by recognizing the 30th anniversary of the very tragic malpractice ball disaster of 1983. I will see you all in class tomorrow. We have an exciting session planned. We're going to meet the unborn widow and the precocious toddler.
What the heck is the great malpractice ball disaster of 1983? What's a malpractice ball? It sounds horrible. Will that be on the exam?
Oh man, you guys are so intense. No, it will not be on the exam. The malpractice ball is this dance that they used to have when the law school opened up the new building. Anyway, they canceled it forever after the disaster.
A disaster? It's a dance. What could go wrong?
Well, the people organizing the dance, instead of getting a DJ, hired this sweet 80s hair band. I think they were called Bon Jovi. Do you get it? Like a bond, like get out of jail?
Oh, I get it now. Did they ever open for a warrant?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, the band, because it was the 80s, brought pyrotechnics along. And then, after the open bar, the law students got drunk, stole the pyrotechnics, and lit them off inside the law school. They almost burned the whole place down. Anyway, needless to say, that's why there are no more malpractice balls. Well, that and all the cocaine.
That's awful. Whose idea was it to give law students access to an open bar, anyway?
Does sound kind of fun, though, doesn't it?
Nearby, a group of law students was up to no good. Watch out for the Federalist Society, a student group dedicated to an impractically narrow interpretation of the Constitution, libertarian principles, and the limited role of the government, unless it's subsidizing their student lunch event for the day. Its president sees an opportunity to vindicate their honor, and he will stop at nothing.
Gentlemen, attention, attention! Emergency FedSoc meeting. I have very big news. Very big news.
What is it, Mr. President? What is it?
You'll never believe what Oh, wait, I forgot. Roll call, Federalist Society members, stand at attention. Jeff?
Here, sir, FedSoc codename Abraham Baldwin, original signer of the Constitution and former member of Congress.
Great to have you here, Mr. Baldwin. Zach?
Here, sir, FedSoc codename Elbridge Gary, signer of the Declaration of Independence and 5th Vice President of the United States.
Great to have you here, Mr. Gary. Todd?
Here, sir, FedSoc codename William Whipple, signer of the Declaration of Independence and former Associate Justice of the Superior Court of New Hampshire.
Great to have you here, Mr. Whipple. Now, where's that girl? What's her name? Megan? Brittany? Maybe it's Kayla?
I am not sure to whom you're referring, sir, but there are no women in the Federalist Society.
No women? I cannot imagine why not. Now then, back to business. Oh my God, you guys, oh my God, you will never believe what I just discovered.
President Obama's real birth certificate.
I thought we had moved beyond that.
Missing votes for Mitt Romney.
If only.
Whatever, guys. Mitt Romney didn't want to be president anyway, you jerks.
No, you fools, no.
Well, what is it, President Livingston? What is it?
I just overheard Professor Brown talking with her research assistants.
And?
Well, I admit it, I didn't just overhear them, I was spying.
Treason!
Moderation in the pursuit of justice is no virtue, and extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
All praise to Barry Goldwater.
Do you know what she told them? That elevator that we are going to take over this weekend is actually a time machine.
I heard it was the holodeck to the Starship Enterprise.
No, seriously, you guys, I heard her talking about it with Marty.
Isn't that old lady kind of a nut?
I feel like we'd all know if the library elevator was a time machine. Wouldn't it have to be, what's the word? Faster.
Or in the shape of a phone booth?
or a DeLorean.
She has been tinkering with that thing for what seems like forever. It could be true. Crazier things have happened.
You're right.
Have they?
Yes, they have. Don't make me remind you about Obama's re-election.
But think of the possibilities, men. If it's a time machine, we could finally prove Scalia right about everything. We could meet the founders ourselves and ask what the Second Amendment is supposed to mean. We could find out whether the prefatory clause is indeed meant to limit the function of the operative clause. I suspect it does not.
We could ask about substantive due process.
And liberty of contract.
Just imagine what we could do. Come on, guys, why don't we learn the law? Back in the past, through time we'll be sent to learn the framers' intent. Back in the past, I can see it now. We will be at the top. States' rights will win, the hippies will be stopped. Or we can be a part of the nation's start back in the past. Back in the past.
States' rights. Whoopee.
Back in the
So wear your tricorn hat and your buckle shoes. Back in the past, I hear that Hamilton will get shot again. Back in the past.
Hold on now, what a great surprise. We can stop liberal goals and progressive lies. We can block all laws that use the Commerce Clause. Back in the past.
We'll have all sorts of guns. It will be so much fun. Back in the past, right-wing rule will have just begun. Back in the past.
Come on, guys, penumbras are a crime. Scalia's going to clerk for us this time. We're gonna take a stand as libertarians back in the past.
Oh, we're gonna stop judicial activists back in the past. Oh, we'll legalize the use of cannabis back in the past. Start up with a brand new slate. Get rid of the welfare state. Have the real Sam Adams beer back in the past.
Oh, federal powers banned, and oh, I love this plan back in the
Oh no. Wait, President Livingston, we're forgetting something very, very important.
What is it, Eldridge? What is it?
Oh, no. If Professor Brown and her minions actually have managed to develop a time machine, they'll be able to use it, go back in time, and destroy our future interests, meaning that we never take control of the time machine.
Oh, no.
That would be very terrible, sir, very terrible indeed.
We can't let them destroy our future interests. Otherwise, we'll never be able to meet James Madison.
We've got to stop them and get that time machine.
I heard them say they're going to put the finishing touches on it tonight. Men, meet me here just before 1:15 a.m. We'll put an end to their evil plot.
Ugh, son of a libertarian. It's the time lock on the doors. Do you have a U-card?
Oh, I do. Hold on.
No, you gotta turn. The stripe goes the other way.
I know. Don't believe in me. I can do it.
No, too fast. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
Watch the master at work. Ta-da! Now, before I show you two how this operates, I think we should take this moment to reflect a bit on the day I invented time travel. It was almost 30 years ago exactly. February 22nd, 1983. I was standing on the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock, when suddenly I slipped, hit my head on the edge of the sink, and when I came to, I had a vision, a picture in my head. This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor. It's taken me almost 30 years and my entire endowed chair grant to realize the dream I had that day.
Wow, Professor, that's pretty heavy duty. What does it run on? It looks a little bit toxic.
Plutonium, of course.
Professor, where'd you get plutonium?
Westlaw points, Reagan. I've been going to research sessions for years. Utterly boring.
Westlaw sells plutonium? How many points is that?
1.21 gigapoints, my dear. I almost caved when I had enough to see the Spice Girls back in '97. Don't ask, strange times! Anyway, if we want to get the elevator working as a time machine, we have to get it moving at a speed of 0.88 miles per hour.
0.88 miles per hour? But that's crazy!
You there, 1L, come here. Hang on just a second there, son. Oh, why don't you put on this pretty little instrument? Oh, it looks nice on you. See these silver doors? Why don't you go on inside? It's a nice study hole for you there. Okay, in you go. See you later. Okay. Reverse the polarity of the inverse geometric phase integrator and add a broadband neutrino flux to the hypermagnetic field controls.
Holy shnikes! Professor Brown! Where did the 1L go? I've never seen the library elevator move that fast between floors before. You really have fixed it.
Patience, ladies, patience. I'm not done showing you yet. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. It worked. It worked.
I'm sorry, Professor, what worked?
Electronic readings seem normal. Plutonium is spent, but that's to be expected. Sorry, it's perfectly safe. Wiring is normal. Machinery is functional. Let the record show that the 1L's giant clock is perfectly functional and exactly 1 minute behind. Okay, Sonny, you did a really good job, and you can keep this as a souvenir. See you later. Goodbye. Do you see what this means, ladies? Don't you see? I have succeeded in turning the elevator into a time machine. Oh, sweet baby Ginsburg, it worked. now, let's see. Step into the elevators, lady. What date should we travel back to? We could go witness the defeat of the Redcoats in 1781. Or we could watch Obama's re-election again, and again, and again.
Well, I thought it would always be pretty awesome to go see that famous Prince and the Revolution show in 1983 on First Avenue where they debuted Purple Rain. Yeah, way cooler than those boring historical events. You're welcome. Let's go.
The opportunities are endless.
Not so fast!
It's the Federalists!
It's the Socialists!
Oh, drat! It only works on my cats.
If you've got a time machine, Brown, there's only one rightful use for it. To figure out original intent, to talk to the founders. We know your interest in this elevator ends tonight. We won't let you destroy our interest.
It's too important to the future of our country. We must talk to Madison and tell him what has befallen our beloved Constitution. I mean, Fourth Amendment jurisprudence is a mess. And don't even get me started on the Dormant Commerce Clause.
You will not have our time machine. Marty, Reagan, you have to help me.
Liberals make me so mad! Stop there! Don't go any closer to that door. Talk is cheap, Professor. You don't care if law's wrong or if it is right. Stop there! Do you think you'll get away with this? Stop there! You will be lucky to survive the night.
Stand back, it's not your place. Be gone, that evil stare. My work in FedSoc hands, it's more than I can bear. But in my work lies, I think I might cry. You fail to read me. The elevator will not leave.
these called? They want their hippies back. Boom! Fox!
Whoa. Marty, what happened? I don't know. Where's Professor Brown? Where did those FedSoc guys go?
Are we in the law school? Oh, it's so bright and sunny
and full of hope.
And what happened to the Mondale Lisa? I guess that poster's kind of cool.
Kind of cool? You mean the Walter Mondale? It's more like awesome to the max. It's way better than Ronald Reagan and those voodoo economics. Yeah, once Uncle Walter gets elected, he's gonna put this law school on the map.
As if Ronald Reagan is the best cowboy president ever. I wish every politician were so glam.
Fucking right.
If people like you give Reagan 4 more years, we're moving to Canada.
Wait, hold the phone. You guys are telling me that right now, Ronald Reagan is the President of the United States of America?
Yeah, no doink. They need to do something about the admission standards around here.
Whoa, Marty, those outfits are pretty trippy. They're awfully judgy, though. Ronald Reagan is president? Yeah, right.
Oh my God, Reagan, do you realize what's happened? I think Professor Brown's time machine may have actually worked.
Squeeze me. Did you just say that the elevator time machine worked? You're starting to sound as crazy as that old lady.
Oh my God. Oh, MG. Marty, this is bad. Oh, I'm sorry. This is very bad.
Reagan, be careful. Don't touch anything.
What are you freaking out about?
Don't you know anything about time travel? If you mess anything up, anything, then everything in the future will be destroyed. The past builds on itself, so if we screw up anything, everything will be ruined, okay? You can't touch anybody, you can't talk to anyone, and be especially careful around butterflies.
Tring, tring. What? What are you buttheads looking at?
Mr. Tannen, you have to help us. We don't think we're supposed to be here.
Oh, look at the nerve on this one, calling me Mr. Tannen.
Oh, Mr. McFly, please help us, please.
I'm sorry, miss. I don't think we know.
Yeah. Get lost, airheads.
Oh my God, Reagan. We need to find Professor Brown before this shit gets out of hand.
We can't change anything, don't you see why? We might create an alternate reality with all the knowledge that you hold. You know that we really can't tell anyone. If they found out about the future, it might destroy the space-time continuum. I can feel us heading towards a temporal disaster. Time. We gotta fix this elevator clock. Why are we here? What can we do? Is this a predestination paradox? I can feel us heading towards a temporal disaster. Take us home tonight. We don't wanna alter time or we'll pay the price. Take us home tonight. Listen
don't know.
Holy crap! That last class was a real bar-for-rama, am I right?
Yeah, I am so glad that Gunnar had to ask Professor Brown to re-explain the entire legislative process with a minute left in class. That guy's a total spaz.
Excuse me, you guys know Professor Brown? Do you have any idea where we can find her? It's really, really important that we talk to her right now.
Whoa! Take a chill pill. I'm pretty sure it's up on the 4th floor.
There's a 4th floor? And we can't take the elevator? It's not worth it. Let's just stay here. I can't. Not tonight.
Reagan?
Pound sign S-WOG. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Reagan, she's the only one that can get us back to the future.
Okay. We were terrified. Let me tell you, law school's bad enough when it takes you 3 years. Forget having to wait until 2013 rolls around again. We'd be as old as Professor Clary by the time we got out. We didn't know what to do, where to go, what it was safe to do, or even if just our presence was causing some rip in the space-time continuum. All we knew is that we had to find Professor Brown pronto.
Professor Brown.
Are you well?
Oh, because you're looking well.
Decorum, lads, please. Sorry.
Apologies, madam. Of the Society of Federalists, I am duly elected president, and I greet you most regally.
Though there be a certain matter legally to decree that she has a presented vested right.
Though it will be ours in spite
of this dreadful term of years.
The remainder you must fear.
You will fail when you are tested.
And then in us it shall be vested.
What are you talking about? Why are you talking like that?
Lads, I fear our bevy of heroic couplets are too much for her modern-day brain to comprehend.
My liege, I think we must be more forthright. I mean, we sound like feckin' Egypts.
Well, just shut up, John. I told you, we don't sound like feckin' Egypts. We sound like George Washington and that lot.
And make haste, for I have class with Younger in 5 minutes, and I shall be late anon.
Yeah, you're right, John. We sound like feckin' Egypt.
I told you so. I thought I sounded great.
Well, look, lads, immigration's already onto us, so we better just go with it, all right? Just follow my lead and hope it'll be fine. Verily, I will be brief. I, Rufus King of County Tipperary, owner of the finest land east to Kildamek West, am the duly elected president of a new student group, the Federalist Society. And these here are my faithful companions. Gentlemen, introductions, please.
James McHenry of County Galway, minor league footballer of the Athenry parish.
And John Langdon of County Roscommon at your service, ladies.
Jesus, better watch yourself.
I'm so confused. Why are you talking like that?
Madam, we feel that to truly understand the original intent of the drafters, we must try to emulate them in every way, from the way we talk to the way we dress, and the way we hate the feckin' English.
Oh, those feckin' English!
800 feckin' years!
Right. Pretty sure the founders weren't Irish. What do you want, anyway?
Well, I'm glad you asked, madam, for we come bearing gifts. The elevator ownership contract, to be precise. The dean asked us to drop it off. Unfortunately for you, the law school's only granted you an interest for 30 years. In fact, the law school's granted us a future interest in this here elevator. lads, we practice less of the evil.
Sorry.
Why would they do that?
Tell him why, James.
The law school feels that 30 years should be plenty of time for you to fix the elevator. The law school is willing to try our non-governmental approach if you cannot complete your research and repairs.
Beautiful, James, beautiful.
Lovely storyteller, our James. Anyway, Professor Brown, I'm warning you, we'll be waiting. Like we waited for those feckin' English.
Feckin' English?
800 years.
If you cannot get your research done on time, your interest in this elevator will be his.
Will be his.
Will be his story.
Professor Brown, you need to decide whether to sign this agreement by Monday. Make sure you get 2 signed copies to the dean. Away, fellow Federalists. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, shiraba, oh, well, yeah. Oh, no, shiraba, oh, well, yeah.
Professor Brown, you can't sign.
You can't sign. Stop. Don't say a word. I don't want to know your names. I don't want to know where you're from.
But Professor.
No. This machine should allow me to establish the mens rea of whomever it is attached to by reading their thoughts. Now, let's see. You've come a long distance to see me.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to buy a subscription to the ABA Journal? That's weird.
No, Professor, listen.
No, give me another chance, just one more. Okay, now, you want me to make a donation to the Hare Krishnas? Equally strange.
Professor, look. My name's Marty, and I'm from the future. We came here in a time machine that you invented, and we need your help to get back to the year 2013.
This means my mens rea machine doesn't work at all.
Professor, you've got to help us. You're the only one who knows how your elevator time machine works.
My time machine, huh?
Yeah.
What did you say your name was?
Reagan.
Right. And I'm Millard Fillmore.
Look, Professor, we can prove that we're from the future. Here is a Minnesota Daily from the year 2013.
The headline reads, former Governor Jesse Ventura will be on campus this weekend to discuss conspiracy theories. Now, if you don't mind.
Here, look at my student ID card. It was issued in 2010. You have to believe us.
I've had enough practical jokes for one day, ladies.
Wait, Professor, that bruise on your forehead. I know where you got it. You told me the whole story. You were standing on your toilet, hanging a clock, and then you slipped and fell and hit your head, and that's when you came up with the idea for the time machine.
Seriously, ladies,
The flux capacitor. Professor Brown, you thought up the flux capacitor.
Great Scott! You two really are from the future! We've got to get you back. We've got to get you out of here.
But wait, Professor, first, we've got to warn you about something.
You cannot warn me about anything that happens in the future. It will destroy the entire space-time continuum. Not another word.
We just have to make sure.
No! I have to get you two out of here before you do any irreparable damage. Now, did I say how I managed to turn the elevator into a time machine?
Well, you said that you had to get it to travel at 0.88 miles per hour.
0.88 miles per hour. 0.88 miles per hour? How could anyone get the elevator to move that fast?
You use plutonium.
Plutonium? Where did I get that?
Westlaw points.
What are Westlaw points?
They didn't have Westlaw points in the 80s.
There must be some other way. Some sort of directed explosion, maybe, but I have no idea where I could even get that kind of firepower. If we can't do that, I'm afraid you two may be stuck here.
Professor, you've got to help us. You're our only hope.
Okay, let me see. Leave it to me. I will figure this out.
Marty, this is terrible. We're going to be stuck here forever. Yeah, I've heard of all sorts of horrible things that happened in the 80s.
Oh my God, the U.S. Embassy in Beirut was bombed.
The McRib didn't exist.
Indira Gandhi was assassinated.
People wore leg warmers in public.
Oh my God, you're right. We need to fix this. They live in acid jeans. Not a soul has a cell phone. Just saw a side pony. Gotta get back home.
When we turn back time, we just see 80s hair. We're down 525,600 case briefs, 525,000 cold calls of fear, 525,600 case briefs. How do you measure a law school year? In pages, in side checks, in outlines, in cups of coffee, in G-chats, in tears, in bottles of wine. 525,600 case briefs. How do you measure a year in the law? Learning the law. Learning the law. Learning the law. Measuring law. Seasons of law. Seasons of law.
525,600 case briefs, 525,000 words on an exam, 525,600 case briefs. How do you measure the worth of a woman or a man?
In issues we spot, or in words that we write, in rules that we learn, or in cases we cite. It's time now to go out, though the work never ends. Let's procrastinate, forget all our fears, and have fun with friends. Remember the law.
You got to remember the law. You know that law's a gift from Justice Scalia. Learn law, read law, make the law. Measure your life in law. Measure your life in law.
Hey, you two, stop. How come every time I see the two of you, you're never in class?
Excuse me, who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I am the dean. And the fact that the two of you don't know that means you must be one else.
Hardly.
Now listen, you two, you're late again. You're about to miss Professor Younger's totally awesome real property class that just started 2 minutes ago. So scoot.
But not property, please.
My God, you're younger.
Why, thank you, my dear. I do look particularly nice today. Now, let's see. Mr. Carpenter, could you please begin today's lecture by giving the class a recap of what we learned yesterday about the precocious toddler concept?
I was gonna say, like, you walk in on Kieran O'Hearn, just like, are you gonna have a decorum? No.
Mr.
no, I'm
Carpenter?
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. I didn't have a chance to do the reading.
Moving on.
Man, I really hate this Socratic method crap. I would never subject my students to this.
Well, you're gonna have to like start doing your homework or you're never gonna be a law professor.
I know, but it's just lately I don't understand this con law. I mean, who ever heard of the Dormant Commerce Clause?
I bought this great outline off of 3L the other day. He said it's a guaranteed A.
I happen to know that that is a violation of the honor code, and that if I don't actually report you, that is in itself a violation of the honor code. And if you would like me to explain it to never.
All right, class. Now it's time to move on to a more complex subject, future interests. Come on, guys, future interests. You, how about you? Can you tell me what a future interest is?
An interest you get in the future.
What an astute observation. Now, can anybody be more specific? How about you, Mr. Tannen?
Can I pass?
Pass? No, at this rate you will not pass!
Ooh, burn.
Thank you for that insightful commentary, Mr. Whitman. Now, Mr. Tannen, I seriously hope you did not come unprepared to my class. I will move on now to Mr. McFly here. Mr. McFly, can you give us a more detailed definition?
Swing! Future interest is a property interest in which someone does not possess or enjoy the property they have an interest in until some future date.
Very good, Mr. McFly.
Why don't they ever call on me? I totally knew that answer.
Don't get too close to her, you'll get her gonorrhea.
Very good. For example, imagine that I am an ardent Vikings fan. Ridiculous? Of course, like every law school hypothetical. Imagine further that my best friend and I went in on lifetime seats to the Vikings game. She has the right to possess the seats now, and I have a future interest that becomes possessory the first time the Vikings win the Super Bowl. What a great deal, right? I'll have those seats in no time.
Man, this property law stuff never changes.
Now, let's see. Who would like to update us on yesterday's reading about the rule in Shelley's case? Hmm?
Did anybody do the reading?
Faster, she'll call the entire class. She needs a gunner.
seriously, anybody? Did anybody do the reading?
Reagan, I can't help myself. Professor Younger, the rule in Shelley's case provides that if a deed or will creates a life estate or fee tail in real property in one person, and also creates a remainder in fee simple for that person's heirs, then the future interest belongs to that person instead of his or her heirs.
Oh, I hate this stuff.
What a wonderful, marvelous answer. Everybody write that down. Write it down. Property students for decades to come should hear that answer.
Wow. I mean, wow. God, you think you're a brilliant lawyer, butthead, but you never would have thought of something that good.
Stop bullying me, or I'm not going to start a firm with you.
Oh, as if. You just keep thinking that, butthead. See where it gets you. You need me. Or should I go ask that Marty chick if she wants to start a law firm?
But enough about property law, everybody. Has anybody seen any good movies lately? Let me tell you about this movie that just came out. I absolutely adore it. It starts with sex, very steamy sex, and then it ends with that marvel of the common law, the rule against perpetuities. It's called body heat. No? Another time, perhaps. Now, before I excuse you for your next class, I have a special announcement from the administration. As you all know, this coming weekend is the 10th annual malpractice ball, and there have been reports of some suspect behavior, like students scalping tickets for more than 5 times what they were sold for.
$100 for a ticket to a malpractice ball? That's totally bogus.
And the administration would also like me to remind you to behave like consummate professionals. Remember, your classmates now will be your colleagues in the legal profession for years to come. You have reputations to protect. Now, act like it. Class dismissed.
Females without any fear. If you're scalping a ticket, then you better get with it. Twice the face value, I'm ready to hit it.
In a dress with done hair, looking fly with flair. He asked me to go, but I'd already be there. I'll be dancing all night and feeling just right. Your drugs are baking and I'll be shaking. Take me to the malpractice ball. Let's dance at the malpractice ball. I'll see you at the
be simple when it's so complicated.
Man, this malpractice ball thing sounds really cool. I'm jealous. I wish we had that.
Wait, Reagan, I think I have an idea. Do you remember what I told you about the Great Malpractice Ball disaster of 1983?
Vaguely. Wait, that's this year.
Exactly. At the dance, the band brought pyrotechnics. The students got drunk, stole them, and lit them off in the law school, causing an explosion. Now remember, Professor Brown said we needed to create a localized explosion. What if we used the pyrotechnics? We'd have to steal them.
Marty, that just might work. We have to tell Professor Brown. At this point, we had a plan at least. Steal explosives and use them to blast through a few generations. We sort of had faith in Professor Brown. She had gotten us here after all. But the Professor Brown we were dealing with wouldn't know how to build an elevator time machine for another 30 years. Unfortunately, before we could even find Professor Brown to tell her about our brilliant idea, we found ourselves in the wrong place at the wrong time.
We need to find her. Where is she? God, where is she?
I don't know. I don't know where reclusive professors go when they're not in their offices. I mean, what's more depressing than the fourth floor offices?
Oh, God, we really need to find her. Oh, Mr. Tannen, I'm so sorry I didn't see you there.
Why does she keep calling us that?
Oh, hi, Marty.
Hi, Mr. McFly. George. Have you guys seen Professor Brown anywhere? It's really important that we talk to her.
No, I haven't seen her anywhere today.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gag me with a spoon. Ooh. Why do you guys want to see her anyways?
We have just something really important to talk to her about.
Oh, well, that's quite a coincidence, Marty. There was actually something I wanted to talk to you about, too.
Oh, no, Biff, don't!
Yeah, we can leave our friends behind here. Thank you.
Sorry, Biff, I'm really in a hurry, okay?
No, but Marty, this involves your job prospects after graduation.
But I already have a job. I'm going to be working at...
At Biff and Marty, PA. Oh, seriously, I have such a brain crush on you after that class.
Marty, we need to go. Let's go.
No, seriously. I would start a firm with you. Oh, I would start a firm with you right now.
Do you really mean that? I thought you and George were going to start a firm together.
What, George? I mean, what, like, no. I mean, we sort of talked about it, maybe. But, like, he's nothing compared to you. I mean, how is George going to stand up to opposing counsel if he can't even stand up to me?
Oh, but Biff, we had big plans for our firm. Remember, you were going to make all the money, and I was going to do all the work.
Marty, don't screw up the 80s.
You're right. You know what? I don't want to mess with this thing that you guys have going on. It's actually really important to me that you two start a firm together. Like, really important. You don't even know. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Yeah, okay. I seriously don't think George has what it takes. But you got it. Oh, I need you.
Oh, Biff, stop it. You proved your point. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't leave me.
Sitting in my carol beneath the grounding Mondale Hall, talking in circles, confusion, it's legalese, flashback, undergrad, I left behind. Still no sign of job prospects after the...
Sometimes you're mean to me. There's tears streaming down my face. You say I'm not right. You want her to take my place.
We should go, your job could disappear. The future's on the line.
Please don't go, we can start a firm family.
After the bar,
I need you and your skills, your mentality.
after the bar,
right. The future's on the line. I said, no, let me go. I can't help you out. After the bar, in the future, you'll just have to go without. After the bar.
I think we'd be great. We'd win all the time. The bottom on who might.
After the bar, in the future, you'll just have to, you need to move on. After the bar.
Please don't go, we can start a firm family.
After the bar.
I need you and your skills, your mentality.
After the bar. After the bar.
After the bar.
After the bar.
After the bar.
Professor Brown, where have you been? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Ladies, I'm at a total loss. I can't think of any way to get the law library elevator to move faster than it already does. It's a hopeless disaster.
No, Marty's thought of an idea. She knows how to propel the elevator.
Marty, I've been thinking about this nonstop, and I am really smart. I seriously doubt that.
Professor Reagan's right. So, the malpractice ball is this weekend, right?
Unfortunately, yes. That dreadful event is upon us again. What's your point?
Okay, Marty, you can't say anything about the future. She's gonna freak out.
So I've heard through the grapevine that they've hired the sweet cover band. They're called Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi! How clever!
Yeah, and everybody can't stop talking about the pyrotechnics.
Pyrotechnics? In the law school? That could never be a good idea.
But Professor, couldn't we use the pyrotechnics to propel the elevator?
It has potential, Marty, you're right.
Yeah, we just have to find a way to steal the fireworks. What could we do?
Great Scott, I think I've got it! Marty, can you carry a tune?
Sure.
You have to distract the audience and the band. You need to create some kind of diversion. You should get on stage and sing something ridiculous. Something from the future. Meanwhile, Reagan, you grab the fireworks and run. We'll have to launch the elevator that night before anyone realizes the pyrotechnics are missing. It's brilliant!
Professor, I think that just might work.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll be in an enclosed box and set off fireworks right beneath it. What could go wrong?
I've got to go make preparations. I'll meet you two at the elevator midnight tomorrow night.
Okay.
Oh, and you've been very careful not to change anything, right? Our existence is very fragile. Time travel is a dangerous pastime. The slightest mistake can have the gravest of consequences.
The scene was set. Everybody was decked out in their best 80s formal wear. A mirror ball hung from the rafters, and Bon Jovi was ready to go. This malpractice ball thing was brilliant. Really, you wouldn't believe it. Not only did they have a chocolate fountain, but an open bar. It was like law school prom. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to enjoy it. We had to get on with our business and fast before the damage we were doing to the universe and our future in it became permanent. Don't preach it.
the full man. The Bar Association will give you a reprimand. Foresee it, don't preach it. Foresee it, don't preach it. Don't preach it, don't preach it. Oh, you have to remedy it. Complete performance when it comes to all undue harm will start to accrue. Don't preach it, don't preach it. Oh, you have to remedy it. Complete performance when it comes to all undue harm will start to accrue. Don't preach it, don't preach it, don't preach it, don't preach it.
Oh my God, Reagan. This is the big moment. What if we can't steal the fireworks? What if something goes wrong?
Pull yourself together, woman. It has to work. Otherwise, we'd have to relive the 80s and the 90s. We'd have to wait 10 more years for commercialized internet. And even then, it'll be dial-up.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay, I'm almost ready to sing. I just need 5 minutes to smooth things over with Mr. Tannen and Mr. McFly. I cannot risk losing my job.
Okay, let's go. You do your thing, I'll steal the fireworks. We'll meet back at the law library at midnight. We have to get out of here quickly before they realize the pyrotechnics are missing. We do not want a drunken mob of law students chasing after us. You remember 1L here.
Mr. McFly, we need to talk.
Oh, hi, Marty. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not really in the mood to talk to you right now. Biff has ended our plans to start a firm together, and he likes you better than me, and I'm really kind of upset. Will you leave me alone?
No, listen, George. Listen, George, that's what I want to talk to you about. It turns out I don't want to start a firm with Mr. Tannen after all.
You don't?
No, that would be totally bogus.
Oh, but even if you don't, he's decided he no longer wants to work with me. Oh, apparently he thinks I'm too much of a pushover for a big-time try-a-lawyer firm. He thinks that, he says I need to be more of a shark, whatever that means. Oh, I'm probably just gonna go find a job working at some personal injury firm. I'm probably just gonna be an associate forever anyways.
George, that is the wrong attitude to have. You need to tell Mr. Tannen how you really feel. He needs you and he knows it. You just need to stand up to him and show him how tough you can be. I think you're gonna be a great litigator someday.
You really think so?
I really do. Wait, here he comes now. You go show him how tough you can be. I'll tell him off too if you think it'll help.
Marty, I was just thinking about how we would handle the billing at Biff and Marty PA. I was thinking we could bill to the half an hour instead of the 10th of the hour. That way we could be more efficient at double billing. And I really don't think anyone's going to be able to tell.
Sorry, Mr. Tannen. I'm not going to start a firm with you. You should start one with Mr. McFly.
No, you need to listen to me.
No, stop! I can't take it anymore!
Yeah, okay. George, this doesn't concern you anymore.
Get your damn hands off her! I've had it with you acting like such a barf bag. You think I'm not tough enough to be a litigator? You're wrong. Look how tough I can be now!
What was that for?
Yeah, take that, you wastoid. I'm bad to the bone.
Wait, don't we usually resolve our differences in tort with a big elaborate trial scene?
I guess we're not doing that this year.
Look, Biff, George is right. You two would be great together. And I don't want to start a firm with you anyway. So you two, kiss and make up. I gotta bounce. All right, this is gonna be a jazzy little number in the key of awesome. Try to keep up with me. If you get lost, pretend you're playing a Madonna song. I'll cue you.
Got it.
Thanks.
There ain't no reason for the law to keep us down tonight, yeah, baby. I've got a great way for you to forget law school tonight. Put your books down and loosen up and take my hand tonight, yeah, baby. Leave the library where we know we don't belong tonight. School can wait tonight. I know it's dangerous. Let's go and run right to down a block or two where we can both drink our troubles away. I'm going to Republic, and I'm leaving the rat race behind too. I'm going to Republic, and I'll spend my one free moment with you. I'm going to the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar. I'm going to Republic, and I'm leaving the rat race behind too. Going to Republic with you. Another shot before we leave this place behind tonight, yeah, baby, tonight, yeah, baby. Another micro brew or 2 beers of the day tonight. All right, all right. Leave Mondale Hall behind and give your mind a break tonight, yeah, baby, tonight, yeah, baby. Step from the darkness of the school and let's go out tonight. All right, all right. School can wait tonight. I know it's dangerous. Let's go and run right to down a block or two where we can both drink our troubles away. I'm going to Republic, and I'm leaving the rat race behind too. I'm going to Republic, and I'll spend my one free moment with you. I'm going to the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar. I'm going to Republic, and I'm leaving the rat race behind too. Going to Republic with you.
Psst, Reagan. Over here. Behind the plant. Where's Marty?
I don't know. She was on stage at the ball distracting the audience while I pilfered these babies.
Damn. Where is that kid? If she doesn't get here soon, they're going to realize the fireworks are missing and come looking for us. You're late. Have you no concept of time?
I'm sorry. I had to save my job. But Biff and George were getting along great when I left. Holy cow, Reagan, you managed to snag all of those? Nice.
Yeah, I'm a ninja. All right. Okay, Professor Brown, we left Mondale Hall at 1:13 a.m. Send us back 12 hours, so there's still time to fix everything before it's too late.
I've taken into account the precise distance, taking into account acceleration speed and cable resistance, retroactive from the moment the pyrotechnics detonate. When the elevator alarm goes off, put on your helmets and take position. What are you doing? What is the meaning of this?
There's something you need to know.
It's about the future, isn't it? It's information about the future.
It's really important.
I warned you about this, kid. The consequences could be disastrous.
Well, that's just a risk you're gonna have to take. Your life's work depends on it.
I refuse. Now get on the elevator.
before you act. I would do anything for love.
We've got to change her mind, and that's a fact.
But I'll never betray the laws of space and time. Oh no, no way.
She would do anything for love,
but I won't do that. No, I won't do that.
You'll need the elevator. Yes, someday you'll need it bad.
The day may not come at all. You alter the past and I'm still mad.
You know you're the one who sent us to hear what the framers meant.
Gotta know if a constitution's supposed to be alive or dead. Maybe it's crazy, crazy what I like to do.
Oh, Prof, you amaze me. No one else can save your dream but you. You can lose the elevator. Future interest is meant for you. FedSoc will try to seize it. You better believe it. Anything for love.
I would do anything for love.
Then please just do this one thing for love.
No, I won't do that.
She would do anything for love. She repeats her 1L year for love. But she just won't do that. She would do anything for love. She teaches Hamlin School of Law. But she just won't do that.
Some statutes have plain language, and some are ambiguous. I wanna ask the framers what the Second Amendment means for us.
And if you want answers, there's only one way you can see. Back in your future, I made a promise I must keep. You'll complete your life's achievement as long as you keep on dreaming. Profits true, you're gonna need it. You better believe it.
I would do anything for love. Seem pretty smart and that's a fact. Yes, I would do anything for love. But should I really knock time off its track?
You gotta read these books, please give me some relief. Legal writing so hard, will you proofread my brief? Will you make it all a little less dark?
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do
Always
that.
so stubborn, you're making me frown. I've only tried to help you, but you're standing your ground.
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do that.
Always so stubborn, you're making me frown. I've only tried to help you, but you're standing your ground. Back in your future, you'll have let us all
But I
down.
won't do that. But I won't do that.
Anything for love.
But I won't do that.
Think those FedSoc guys are still here?
Only one way to find out.
Scalia sucks! Looks like the coast is clear.
Tubular!
Oh.
What? I'm bringing it back. All right. It's dark, it's depressing, it's definitely Mondale Hall. But when is it? Did it work?
Professor Brown!
Great Scott, ladies, you made it back.
Oh, is it 2013? I was really worried about having to relive the Bush administration again.
Whatever happened with the Federalist Society?
Oh, right, Marty, the Federalist Society. Not to worry, girls, not to worry. I took care of that 30 years ago. I never signed that contract with the dean. I stood my ground, and he listened to me. The elevator is mine until my tenure here is up, and as I plan to live forever, it's mine indefinitely.
But you tore up our letter.
After you two left, I figured, what the hell? YOLO. I taped it back together. You said my life's work depended on it.
That's great. Now those FedSoc guys will never be able to go back and talk to their beloved founders again. Looks like substantive due process will be with us for a while.
Mr. Tannen, Mr. McFly.
Why, hello, Marty. Here, Biff, hold my briefcase while I go have a brief chat with our soon-to-be star associate, Marty.
Of course.
Have you put any more thought into what practice group you'd like to work in once you start with us? A great spot just opened up on my litigation team.
Wait, so I still have a job?
Why, of course, we just spoke about it yesterday. What possibly could have changed since then?
Oh, nothing at all, sir. Of course, I would love to join your practice group.
That's great news. That's great news, Marty. Biff, let's get out of here.
Ladies, I'd best be off as well. I've got to go iron my best dress for the malpractice ball this weekend. I've been going to these things for decades, and this one promises to be epic.
Wait, the malpractice ball? That's a thing?
Of course it is. I'll see you two later.
Wow, Reagan, that was quite an experience, but I don't even think I could go to another malpractice ball again. Everybody in the 80s said it takes at least 2 or 3 days to recover. I just don't think I'm ready.
But we saved it. I saved it. I finally made a difference in this world.
Aw. Maybe you should aim a little higher, Reagan.
I'm a 3L. We don't do anything. So.
Marty, Reagan, we have to go back.
Back where? We just got here.
To the future, girls. There's a problem.
Wait, does something bad happen to us in the future?
Physically, Marty, you're fine. But financially, sweet baby Ginsburg, it's your student loans. Something has got to be done about your student loans.
I'll grab my textbooks.
Textbooks? Where we're going, we don't need textbooks.
Property's confusing. What does future interest mean?
But take notes closely, or it will come back to haunt you.
We've got to time travel some more.
I remember going to law school, meeting my future partner.
Will the law students find me, and the Federalists hide me? Back to the future again. Back to the future again.
A time machine for the left. Almost stolen by the right. Now the world's all a mess. It turned into a fight, but then we stole the fireworks and saved the malpractice ball.
Back to the future again. Back to the future again.
Oh, Federalists, free me! Let's go to the malpractice ball.
No, not at all.
In a flashback school year, you suffered a career fear. Suddenly, your future's not so bright.
That whole different yardstick, it made my heart sick. Almost losing my harder job. George finally put Biff in his place. He punched him right in the face. Back to the future again. Back to the future again.
We were sitting right there at the top of the class, waiting for those 30 years to pass.
When the crazy professor and the minions came by on the elevator.